Let's talk a little bit about, okay, we're talking about budget and maybe some of the cuts. Let's talk about revenue and economic development. What are some of your ideas in terms of economic development, in terms of encouraging small businesses, maybe making it easier for small businesses to come to Burbank so that we can start generating some additional revenue and not having to just cut.
I want to make sure that I partner up with the chamber. The chamber is going to be a critical role for me because I need to be a sponge. I need to listen and absorb and listen to creative thinkers on creating jobs. On my end, as a city council member, it's about streamlining the process. There's an individual that I met who wanted to set up a candy shop, make his own candy and sell it. But he got so fed up and frustrated with the way the process and the unfriendliness of the permit system to get his business up and running that he just says, I'm gonna start a business in San Francisco.
And he was gonna start in Burbank,
Yep.
just to be clear. Yeah.
And he says, you know what? I went up to San Francisco for the weekend with my wife, my family, started looking around, talking. They streamlined the process up in San Francisco. So he flies from Burbank, where he lives, and has his candy business, which is a very successful business up in San Francisco.
Right.
So I asked him that if I get elected, I want him to be the first test case on how I'm going to improve our business-friendly environment, where we need, not by words for a campaign, but physically encourage, work with, mentor them, streamline the process. So an individual that wants to create a business can spend 1 day or 2 days, but have somebody there to guide them, somebody to work them through the process so they know that Burbank wants their business here, wants to maintain their business, wants them to employ our residents, our kids for the summertime. That's what I want to do. And in these budgetary times, I have to fight with the city of LA. If you start a business in the city of LA, you get 3 years, no business tax, because they want you there. They want you to establish your business. These are the odds that I'm fighting against. But what's really great about Burbank, we are a self-contained city. We have our own police department. We have our own fire department. We have our own utility. I'm gonna make sure that we protect that. I'm gonna make sure that the business owners that I come in contact with day in and day out understand that Burbank wants you to set up business here. A great police department will provide the security to get people to get out of their cars, shop, dine, and play. We are the media capital of the world. We should have specialized high-tech business here in Burbank, because I want to make sure that our children that want to go in the media business, whether it's acting, lighting, camera, have some type of mentorship program in their own neighborhood. Our city is drying up in businesses. It's not a secret, okay? I don't know what the current council's doing about that. It was brought up in the forum. Oh, well, we're gonna create this ambassador system, or we're trying to get more businesses. They've been in office for 4 years. What are they gonna do for the next 4 years? I, as elected, will work tirelessly, the long hours, to get businesses here. And it starts with building a relationship with the Chamber of Commerce, not just attending their once-a-month meal to give them the status of the city, but it's really about the relationship. It's a domino effect. When people hear that this council on Burbank is really aggressive to bring in quality businesses, they're gonna stay here. They're gonna wanna come to us. In better times, people were coming to Burbank because we don't have a gross sales tax receipt. We just have one business. That's great for the business owner. The city of LA doesn't have that. And they have meters, okay? It's all about our community, and it's a balance.
Now, how do you balance that? Because we were talking about small businesses, but there are a couple of large businesses that have been in the news lately. I mean, IKEA, and they're looking to expand to a new premises, San Fernando and Alameda. That's going to be twice as big, which is going to be great in some ways, but not without problems in terms of the traffic at a pretty congested intersection. And of course, we've got Walmart as well, although it's kind of a legal battle right now. And I don't want to get into the pros and cons of Walmart.
Okay.
But I think one thing that most people agree on, whether you're pro or against, is that there's going to be some major traffic gridlock heading over Victory through 5 Points or 4 Points past Costco to get there. So how do we deal with those challenges? How do we encourage these businesses to come to Burbank and employ people and receive those sales tax receipts, but mitigate traffic challenges that are going to be there?
I will be fair. I will look at everything. In this tough economic times, and we're talking about cutting services to make the budget appropriate. If we have a business like IKEA or Walmart, my first thought process, if this business comes to Burbank, is it going to be viable for the next 50 years? I want to have a future. Then I want to make sure to work with the traffic department, the engineers, to make sure that we can facilitate the traffic flow. The problem that we have here in Burbank is that we're urban sprawl, okay? We can control certain development to make sure that it fits our communities. We can control certain development to make sure that it fits the neighborhood, the business sector. But traffic is always going to be an ongoing problem unless we come up with some public transportation people mover system to encourage people to get out of their vehicles to support these businesses.